welcome to the pod. I'm your host, Grace, and with us we have Matt, who's going to teach us all about how to become a founder of a design, build, and facilities management company. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. That was a mouthful, but well done.
Thank you. I made it through. So please tell me what that is.
Design, build, and furniture company. Facilities, sorry. So design is basically designing and building office space or commercial space, or it could be any type of retail unit. So if you were going to your offices, we would take the floor plan, design it with you, the layouts, the look and feel, do visuals, renders, things like that. And then once it's all agreed, costed up, and then fitted out to that specification.
So you do all of it?
That's all of it.
Wow.
So that's the design and the build. And then the facilities management arm was an offspring that not many other companies like ours offer. So basically, we then maintain it. So we can design and build it to suit maintenance. So you can put your access hatch where it needs to be to go to the fan coil unit or whatever you're doing. And then also all your warranties stay in place, things like that. It makes logical sense that the people who design and build it also maintain it.
Yeah, it really does. But you expanded into that because you saw it was a bit of a niche that other people weren't doing.
Yes, plus someone came along and said, could you manage 30 of our buildings? So it was a bit more of I've always thought about it, that you needed enough buildings to look after to make it worthwhile.
Wow, that is cool. Okay, well, we'll get more into how you built that because that sounds like a huge business to build. But let's just go back to when you were younger and what did you want to be?
Probably a footballer, like most boys. I won't say for which team because they're a bit humiliating at the moment, but you probably guessed now. But probably a footballer.
Yeah, I feel like that's quite a common answer that we get.
Yeah.
But...
And then when I realised I wouldn't make it a footballer, I thought I need to earn enough money to buy my football club. But then now it's so expensive that there's no chance of that happening.
It's a good dream to have, though.
It was a good dream.
So what did you do when you were studying? Like, what was the realistic job choice?
Well, I went to London Uni and did business studies because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Dropped out after 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yep, gave it all to 6 weeks. Just knew it wasn't for me. So I got a temp job with a civil engineering company, and we were doing quantities for tarmac, which was really boring. And then this guy turned up in a nice car and just got out of his suit. So I said to the guy I was working with, what does he do as a job? And he said, well, he's a quantity surveyor. So the next day, got in my car, drove up to Nottingham Trent Uni. There was 3 women to every one guy there, so that was always quite a nice positive. And knocked on all the doors at the faculty building, got on a couple of courses.
Wow.
I know you'd have to on through the system now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I was going to say, you'd never get away with that now.
No, I literally got on, got it signed, had saved enough money, went travelling for the rest of the year, and then started there. So that's how it, and then so I did 3 years in quantity surveying, and then I also then did a further year in building management. So that's how it kind of
It's good you went back
started.
to studying when you quit originally and you thought it wasn't for you. You must have really wanted to...
Well, I always had this fascination with living on uni in London, but it wasn't quite up. Everyone was so sporadic. It wasn't like a campus type feel, or or a city where everyone's together. So I knew I wanted to study. Well, I didn't really want to study. I wanted to have 3 years of not working whilst getting a qualification.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So you did that, and what happens next?
Then got a job as a quantity surveyor, again for another civil engineering company, which was taught me I didn't want to be a civil engineer. I didn't want to work on the motorways. There's not a lot of satisfaction seeing tarmac laid, really.
I can imagine.
But there weren't many jobs, so basically took the first job I could, and then after a year, I then thought I just want to go into pure project management.
Yeah.
So got a job down in Brighton to do that for a couple of years.
You're all over the place.
Yeah, not longer term. Then worked for a company in Reading for my brother-in-law, and that taught me how to not run a company.
Oh, really?
So great insight. Yeah. And then I got a job which was kind of like the beginning of my career, really, for a serviced office company. So you call it then, so it's like a flex space operator now, which is called HQ global workplaces. So they were kind of like a WeWork, a Regis, a Fora, one of those companies. And since COVID, flex space has gotten really, really popular. So there's not too many people with as many years experience in flex space as me. So it's kind of a bit of a niche.
Yeah, for sure. And then you realised you wanted to have your own business.
Yeah, so I took my employer as my first client.
Oh, wow.
And 24 years later, they're still my client.
That's crazy. So you've had your business for 24 years.
Quarter of a century next year.
That's really, that's quite really hard work, isn't it? Like people say about these businesses now that it's such hard to like maintain it for such a long amount of time.
Yeah, and I don't know whether I would hope people like me would be able to do it again because they must be able to. But for me as an individual going out and then winning clients like Jimmy Choo, Nike, Converse, Asian Couture, Grosvenor Estates, when you look back, you think all of these client names, and we haven't worked with them just once, we worked with them numerous times. It's quite
It's an accomplishment.
you have to pinch yourself sometimes on that.
Yeah, I bet.
So it's good.
What was the first client then? So what did you do? How did you begin this big empire?
I'm not sure it was a big empire. It was after the dot-com kind of crash, so kind of early 2000s, I approached my boss. They were making people redundant, whether they would consider making me redundant. He said no.
Oh.
So I carried on for another year. Then I asked again. I said, would you consider it? Or how about we do a 6-month contract, 3 days a week?
Nice.
And they agreed to that.
Okay.
And then that 6-month contract then became a permanent deal. So, and then those 2 days I wasn't working for them, I could go out and get my own clients.
Wow.
So then my first client after that was actually the CEO who said no, actually came with my first job outside of that, which is kind of bizarre.
That is. What a funny turn of events.
And he worked for Global Switch, which is a big data center kind of company down in the Docklands. So we did their offices.
Were you not like absolutely petrified to get like such a big job? Or were you so ready for it?
Oh yeah, you're ready for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you pitch to loads of people and you're kind of waiting for that big break?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I still get excited by winning a job.
Really? That's so nice. You're definitely in the right industry.
I saw a job this morning. I think I just want to win it.
Wow. That's so good. You still have that after all this time as well.
Yeah.
It never goes away.
No, and I still find it difficult to lose a job because I think, why,
Yeah.
But no, it hasn't gone away with me. The burning ambition's still there.
That's so good. And then when you landed the job, what was the first thing then? What happens then?
Then you go through your design and build. So you design the space, get it all signed off, cost it, then fit it out.
Wow.
And then with Global Switch, we then also moved them to move their offices, managed to hold a relocation, any new furniture installed.
And you must have hired a bunch of people to do this with you.
Yeah.
And then, was that a big task in itself, finding the right people?
It's always a task finding
Is
the
it?
right people. Yeah.
Hard to hire.
Easy to hire, but hard to hire good people. I mean, especially now, you're interviewing someone twice, 3 times.
Yeah.
You can't really get a proper reference. So you don't necessarily know. So there's a lot of it's gut instinct. Or if you can work with someone or get a referral, always probably works a little bit better.
So you've built your team and you've done this big job, and then does it just kind of snowball from there?
It can do. So our biggest snowball effect was we were introduced to a company called Net-a-Porter. So you probably know of them now.
I do.
No one had really heard of them at the time. There were 150 staff in Notting Hill, and they were moving to the top floor of Westfield Shepherd's Bush. And it's this massive 40,000 square foot, 8-metre floor to ceiling height. It was going to be a public swimming pool, so it is this kind of space. And we pitched, we were one of 3 much bigger companies we pitched against, and we won it. So, and Natalie Mezinet was the founder. She's a businesswoman of the year, She edits a Vogue for a while. You know, she's very high end, very well known in the fashion world. So we did that space, and then the CEO. So Net-a-Porter distribute for Jimmy Choo, which I never knew, and the CEO of Jimmy Choo called up the CEO of Net-a-Porter and said, "Oh, who did your fit out?" They recommended us. We entered that. So then we got Jimmy Choo. Then we got their parent company. Then we got another one of their brands, Ballet Shoes. Then meanwhile, a contact of ours went to Nike. She contacted us. Nike owned Converse.
Wow.
Then they've got spaces within JD Sports and stuff. So it did kind of the fashion. So I'm not a fashion person, but the fashion world, it did kind of like snowball.
That must have been an unreal feeling.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Is that the best way to get business?
Word of mouth or recommendations.
Always.
If in our business, if someone doesn't know you, you're unlikely to get it, I would say.
Really?
So if you went to tender and you're a name.
Yeah.
You've got no contact in there. You don't know any of the project managers. You don't know the client. Mm-hmm. They're less likely to use you rather than if you know someone who can recommend you, I'd say.
That is good.
Not always the case, but we all have thought so.
Yeah. It must be so hard to start out when you've got this competition.
Very difficult. And that's why, partly when I said earlier about if you could do it now, everyone credit checks you. If you haven't got 2 years' worth of accounts, how can you ever get those jobs?
Yeah. Scary.
Yeah.
It's like hard for like the new talent coming through.
I don't know if you could search people in Company's House then. I don't know, credit safe. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, that is wild. Out of all the jobs, what's been your favourite?
I think the first Net-a-Porter job was the most renowned because it's black and white, fashion all over, big screens, catwalks. It's mezzanine. It was this huge like theatre, massive AV, as I said, AV everywhere. It was. It really felt like you're going to a fashion world.
Yeah.
When you went there.
Something really different as well.
Yeah.
Do you ever have something come through and you're like, this isn't very us, or I'm not sure we could do this?
No.
That's good. In any industry.
Sorry, I might rephrase that. If we don't like a design, sometimes we're given a design. So a client may have their own designers.
Yeah.
So we take it what's called detail and build rather than design and build. Okay. So the concept's already done. So if you're like a Nike, you know what your brands are. So sometimes you've got to follow their guideline. But if we don't like the design, it doesn't really matter. So long as we build it properly.
Yeah.
So I'm not, so that's what I meant by that.
Yeah, that makes sense. When you were growing, because obviously 24 years, you must have done loads. Was there a point where you're like, we're doing really well now, or we've made it now?
No, and I still don't think that.
Really?
Yeah.
You just always like building to the next thing.
Yeah, because you get points where it's really struggled. The 2007 crash was a nightmare. It took 3 years to recover.
Wow.
Uncertainty around Brexit.
Yeah.
Especially in our industry because you had deliveries and things were getting stopped. COVID, everything dried up. And I think right now it's a very tough market.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just flatlined for 15 years. I mean, I was reading this morning that I think there are a quarter less graduate jobs this year than last year.
It's crazy.
Because of the uncertainty in the market, people aren't hiring, AI. There's lots of factors. So it seems a long time since the economy's been booming.
Yeah. Do you think there's a time it'll come back?
If they do certain things.
Okay. There's always hope.
Without being political.
Right. Got you. With them really tough times, how did you keep going? Like, what made you not give up? Because it must have been really hard.
I mean, during COVID, I went to the office every single day, even if I only had like 3-4 hours to do, just to keep in a routine.
Yeah.
You just got to plough through it.
Yeah, that's the only way.
You just got to get on with it. Things do normally turn up.
Yeah, you just have to wait for it to blow over.
Yeah, like today, the job I went to see this morning, I only got a call yesterday.
Oh.
So things can just happen.
Yeah.
And suddenly things can look quite good, or you can lose a job and things aren't looking so good. So you just have to keep ploughing through.
You've got to be prepared for anything that comes along. If somebody wanted to build a business like this, like what would be your advice for them?
There's a lot of risk in this industry. 80 construction firms are going bust a week.
A week?
A week in
Oh
this
my
country.
gosh.
There's huge risks. Risks around the contract, a risk about design responsibility, clients not paying, being hit with extras and people not paying for them. So there are, and the market's quite saturated with design and build firms, and therefore people are pricing it low to win the work. So, and often too low.
So would you advise they don't go into this business?
I would think about it. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
But there is easier ways to make money.
Yeah. It's not easy. You've got to really love it.
Just sell furniture.
Yeah. Okay. Noted. So how did you get onto writing a book?
So I was on another podcast.
Okay.
And it's not as good as this one.
Thank you.
The guy, Matt Brown, his name was, said, American guy, said, have you ever thought about writing a book? And I went, no. And he went, oh, okay. And then I went home, spoke to my wife, my kids, and then they said, oh, Dad, you should do it, because I do have a story to tell. And I thought, oh, it's very private. And then I just thought about it more and more, and then I decided I would do it. And then he sent me an invoice to help. So I thought maybe he just played me. But I am glad I did it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do another one.
What was this book about? What was the name and everything?
So my company's MWA, which was Matthew Watts Associates. Now it's called Making Workspace Amazing.
Nice.
And the book was made with ambition. Okay, so
Yep.
it all flows. So the book cover was in the company colours. It was me, my wife, 2 younger children. So my girls are younger in the photograph. They're much older in real life. In a London office, overlooking Skyline London, because that's where 90% of our work is. So that's kind of... and then it was just about my story, about the start, my life, quite a difficult childhood, then to working, starting at MWA, the ups and downs of that, to both my parents dying, to today. So it's very personal, it's kind of like it's mixed in between doing business and this and something's going on to a child being born to, so it's kind of flows.
Yeah. That's impressive, because if you were quite a private person, that must have felt like a huge thing to take on.
Yeah, and someone did say to me the other day, why would you do that? Well, so that was a bit harsh, but...
was it therapeutic?
Yeah, quite
nice.
Therapeutic. Looking back, as I said, my children have only been alive for half my life, so they know it. So I wouldn't do it again, but I might add a chapter or two.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think that you did it with the ambition of helping people that may not necessarily only want to do your industry, but just do a business in general?
Yeah, and also men who don't talk.
Oh, that's nice. That's really wonderful.
Because we close books, including myself. So by not being a closed book, maybe other people won't be a closed book.
Is that because of you say you had like a difficult childhood, you wanted to be able to share that for other people that might have the same?
Potentially. Well, it was just life. So whatever my life happened, that is what's in there. Do you see what I mean? Within reason. I had to keep certain things out of the book because you don't want to be... I wasn't about game playing or trying to, it was just... And it's my story. My facts may not have been right. I wouldn't have done it if my mum and dad were still alive. Right. And I might have had some of the things wrong. But it's how I saw things.
Would you not have done it for them still being alive because you don't think they would have wanted to read it? Was it that personal? Wow. That's amazing that you did that.
Well, my mother was ill with anorexia, so I don't think she would want that to have been raised.
Got you.
And my dad wouldn't want to read it about... He's very controlling. So,
right. It would have been a tough read.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't disrespectful. It was very respectful to them. It's just factual.
Yeah. And I think that's really impressive that you were able to do that for yourself and your family, and that would have helped loads of other people. Like, you don't know who's read it, who's been through something similar, and then now they feel they can do something different. How was the whole book promotion process? Because that must have been very different to what you've done.
We had a big book launch in my town. We had about 220 people turned up.
Wow.
We had a stage set and everything. We hired out the local town hall, and it was good. It was like canapes and drinks, and did it all. Matt Brown flew in from America
Nice.
to do a live podcast
That's really cool.
on the book. And then the promotion was I felt a bit awkward with the promotion, because how much do you do it out there?
Yeah.
And it's self-promoting a bit. So that's kind of the private bit. You felt you've got to tell people, but without being too in their face.
Yeah.
So I did it enough to get people to come to the event. And then we had obviously books there for people to buy. So.
Yeah. It is a weird thing, like self-promotion.
Yeah.
Being like, come and read this or come and watch this. It's crazy, but you have to do it. Like everyone else out there is doing it. So
Exactly.
why not you?
And I bumped into an old colleague who actually came to the book launch and said, "Oh, are you trying to be an influencer, Matt?" And I went, "No, I'm really not trying to be an influencer." Did carry on.
Yeah, that is funny. I feel like everyone thinks that's what you're doing when you're trying to promote. You're like, I'm actually just trying to help.
Yeah.
Like just to make a bit of a difference.
And I'm trying to market MWA, the company,
Yeah.
the most.
Which is a great way of doing it.
Yeah.
You've got to do it across the multi-platform.
And if clients read it and they like the man behind the company, then I thought that was a good promotion.
It is. It's excellent. What's one of the dream jobs, like if you could land something that you haven't yet landed?
Well, there's one coming in King's Cross. I won't name the client.
Okay.
You probably wouldn't have heard of them, but you would have heard the companies they own. And they're looking at like 30,000 square feet in King's Cross. It's a tech company. They're going to put a pub in there. They're going to have, it's just going to be so cool. It's like a Google.
Yeah, that is cool.
I would love to get that one.
Can you still pitch for it or no?
I'm desperately trying to pitch it.
Yeah, I bet.
We are speaking,
Yeah.
but they're speaking to lots. So whether they go with a much bigger outfit, I don't know. But that job it's very exciting if it happens.
I love how like passionate you are around doing that. If you got that though, would there always be another job you want?
Probably.
Yeah. Like that would never just be like, I've done it. Like that was the dream.
I mean, everyone wants, unlimited budget, but it never happens in reality, does it? Everyone has a budget.
Yeah, that's true. But the budget must be getting bigger and bigger.
In some like tech firms, yeah.
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 But then I guess everything else is getting more expensive.
Yeah, it's much more expensive, especially since COVID. Actually, material prices went through the roof.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like something as well that you always have to be prepared for, or you just have to take the hits as they come?
Well, that's another risk to this type of business: is you sign a contract, and if inflation goes through the roof, like it did, normally you can't claim that inflation, so you could be out of pocket. So if you sign a contract and it's a 6-month contract and inflation went up to like 10%, like it did, you could be losing 10% on the job if all the materials have gone up.
It's a lot to manage and think about at one time.
Oh yeah, there is.
It's exhausting. But that's why you must have to hire the good people around you.
Correct.
Do you ever think you'd start another business?
No.
No, this is the one.
Yeah, but yeah, and if anything, maybe I should have started it, made it, and sold it, and then started up again, because a lot of people do that.
Why?
So I don't know, because they have. I'm more passionate about this company because I started it, whereas really maybe be less involved with it. Maybe some people can just start it and flog it and go, "Oh, they made their money,"
and then
move
they'll
on.
sell something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems like one of your babies, though.
Yeah.
Like forever. It's a long time to be involved in something just to see someone else either change it or run it, which I can imagine would be really hard.
Yeah.
Do you think what you've done makes your children want to be entrepreneurial?
Well, Ellie, my eldest, would love to be on the West End.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
She's done musical theatre.
Very
Came
different.
out singing, basically.
Really?
I just loved it. It didn't come from me, obviously. It was just there. Claudia works for MWA now.
That must feel good.
Yeah, really good.
That's really fun. And does she love it?
She does love it. I mean, basically, she was going for an interview with a London council for a job, a graduate scheme, and she got all the way to the end and didn't actually get offered the job. So she was really crying. I said, "Look, just come and work for MWA for 6 months. We'll badge you up as a graduate scheme. You can get experience in all fields and see what you like." A year and a half, 2 years later, she's still there and she loves it.
That must be the best. I think like seeing that how long you've done it for and being able to bring your daughter into it as well. And I'm sure she's very good at it as well.
She's really good. And I never thought she'd want to go into construction.
It's different, but there's more and more women in it now, right?
Yeah, well, our company's, for construction's over 50% women.
Wow, that's impressive because that can't be common.
Good at multitasking women. It's really uncommon. I reckon most are like 10, 20%.
100%.
So we have female facility engineers. We have female site managers.
Wow.
Female project managers, designers. Half our directors are, actually 3 out of 4 are female.
What great example for your daughter. That's really cool. What's the big dream for your company then? What's the goal?
I'm not sure.
Really?
Because you have these aspirations and then you go, oh, we've built the company to a certain stage where we can expand it. So, but let's do it organically and safely and without too much risk. That's kind of the dream, and enjoy it.
Yeah. Like not always rush into the next thing.
I mean, ultimately, I'll take a side step at some point, but that's a long time off. But still be involved.
I can imagine the thought of giving up work would be really strange.
Yeah, what would you do?
Yeah, what would you do? You'd probably write another book.
I couldn't play golf the whole time.
No, especially when you built up the business. It'd be so hard to watch it, wouldn't it? And you not be doing something involved with it. That'd be crazy. Would you go, like, are you UK only based?
We are really, but we have done quite a lot of work in Paris.
Oh, that's cool.
Uber, Nike, ASOS.
Is that because you got the job here in the UK and then they did something in Paris? That's really cool.
And then we did something in Paris, and then Stella McCartney asked us to do some work in their
That is
offices
really
out there as
cool.
well.
Would you ever want to go broader?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's a lot though, right?
It is a lot.
How do you even begin that?
It's more difficult now, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because even working in Paris, it's difficult if you need to use any UK guys' materials. So and you need contacts everywhere. You'd have to team up with people in different cities, I think. But that would be quite exciting.
That would be.
Yeah.
Especially like if you kind of have done everything you think you want to here, you'd have to learn a whole new like set of ways of doing things over
But
there.
London's a great city, isn't it?
It is, and it's never going to stop, is it, with all this kind of work?
No, I don't think so.
There's always going to be something to do.
And there's bigger budgets. It's all got to look better. So our Thames Valley jobs tend to be, although we're doing some stuff at Ascot Race Course, but they tend to be smaller budgets. Whereas in London, it's normally the HQs are here, aren't they? So
Yeah.
this is where they want to do it. Or if they've got a shop, if it's on Bond Street, it's got to be the best, you know.
It's very cool. How many projects do you have going on at any one time?
We've got about 10 at the moment, I suppose. Like that.
That is a lot. You're not just putting out fires all the time.
Sometimes.
But you've got good people leading each one of those projects.
Exactly.
Wow. I mean, it's very interesting. And I think like the extra facilities part of it is really cool because it kind of makes sense when you say it. Like, why wouldn't you do that if you built it and designed it all?
Yeah. And, you know, as a tenant, you have certain obligations to meet, statutory, you know, emergency light testing, fire alarm testing, all those types of things that have to be done. So it does make sense.
It's a great idea.
I mean, we try to stay away from cleaning and things like that because cleaners often leave for like 50p more an hour. They're often accused of things they haven't done because the person in that office has forgotten where actually they put it.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a bit, you know, it's tough cleaning.
Yeah.
So we concentrate more on hard FM, which is kind of like mechanical, electrical, plumbing, lifts, security, things like that.
It must be so easy and good for them. They just have someone to call on that just knows there and
Yeah,
then.
so we have like a help desk. So you just call in, or, you know, an FM system where they can see when each job is due, or if there's a quote, how much the quote is, when they're expected to do it, things like that.
That is handy.
When your maintenance tasks are going to happen.
Efficient.
And then all the engineers have, you know, little pads.
Nice.
So that's it.
So is there any words of wisdom you give to anybody that's listening to this?
No, follow your dreams.
Yeah.
You only live once, and this is so Ellie, my eldest daughter, that is what she wants to do, musical theatre, and it is very difficult. She's had a couple of main roles in Panto and things like that, but she still perseveres. So you've got to follow your dream.
Yeah,
you know?
good for her.
And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But it doesn't mean you can't then teach it or do things.
You got to try.
If you enjoy work, I think you're going to be much more likely to be successful.
Nice. Well, that was perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.